G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to Shit Easy Motorcycle Camp Cooking. So in this video we're going to do pancakes and also just touch base on cereal. So I'm going to do the cereal first. So what I would normally do, because each morning I have 2 wheat bix, I pour hot water on it, put a bit of sugar on it and eat it. I stopped using milk. When I started doing that healthy thing, I just stopped using the milk I don't cut out milk altogether, but just for my breakfast, that's what I do. But in this case, what I used to do, like when I go out, I'd use powdered milk. I'll show you that. Everybody would know what powdered milk is. So I just get a Ziploc bag, put my 2 wheat bix in there. That thing there is a sugar satchel. Bloody got onto these sugar satchels and they're bloody fantastic. So just these things, you can buy them in a cardboard box from the supermarket. I used to have little containers for the sugar, but these are just so easy. It's paper, it's in paper, so you can burn it or stick it in your pocket or whatever. And of course that works really good with the coffee stuff as well. I can just hear Nay coming. Yeah, she's coming through the gate, hang on. Sorry about that guys, yeah, she's just been out at Bunnings. So, this powdered milk is, to make it up, it's 3 to 1. So 3 parts water, 1 part powder. And basically, obviously there's no, I'm not going to tell you how much to do because basically it depends on what you're having, whether it's Cocoa Pops or whatever, or if you're having 3 bloody wheat bix or whatever. So I'll quickly just open this up. So that's what the stuff looks like. So this is what I'd do before I'd be going away. I'd just roughly guess, I don't know. Well, there you go. That goes in there. Take all the air out of it, properly, and yeah, that would just go in the saddlebag, and it'll get all bloody while you're riding along, and bloody whatever gets all crammed around. So then, when I'm ready to have breakfast, I just pull that out. Now I've got a whole heap of bowls here, so you can either use a paper bowl. You can use these are really cool, so they just pop out. And I thought that was a fantastic idea. They're very, it's pretty hard to bust one of these, but I don't like the smell, and it still to this day, still has a real particular smell to it, so I don't use that anymore, and it's purely because of the smell. Other than that, these are really great. You can hear the birds bloody tweeting around. It's the start of spring, and they're all bloody organising nests and bloody fighting each other and whatever. Anyway, we'll just have to put up with it. Metal bowl and a plastic bowl. The plastic bowl I don't use, same with plastic plates because I've busted them. Now obviously this depends. I mean, if I'm on the cruiser and I'm just bloody doing road stuff and maybe slight, dirt roads and stuff like that, any of these bowls apart from the smelly one will be fine. I'm not planning on bloody falling over and crushing bags, and obviously Harry's bags are kind of like a soft but hard bag anyway. So I suppose where I'm getting to is that if you're doing really rough stuff, so it's a worst case scenario, I'm finding that metal, same with my cup, I'm going with metal now, because, and the same with the pots, that these can get dinged up. They're not going to actually bust, and if they do, you can normally bash them out, which is what I've done plenty of times with that pot set. But the paper bloody plates, the paper cups, paper bowl, I find is working the best. It saves on that clean up. So the washing up part of it. It can go in the fire if you've got a campfire. If you don't have a campfire, I'll sometimes just used that and burnt it up, and then it just biodegrades into the ground. It's not a problem. But you're thinking, okay, it's a bowl, it's paper, it's going to get crushed. Well, chop, chop, chop. Yeah, it does, but you can put it back into a bowl. The only time that would is if it actually ripped, but they're pretty tough little buggers. So that's what I'm using. Alright, I'll shut up now. Alright, so let's put this stuff in here. Alright, all that out. Dust those off. I'll put them in there. Grab some water. Now the water, this is the part where I've now got an up and go. Now this up and go is equivalent to what I'm doing now. It's 2 wheat bix with milk and most probably a bit of sugar in it as well. So what I'm pouring this in here. Now you could either do this, you could boil the water or you can just use it cold. I would normally just do it cold. Pour a bit of water in. Seal that bag up, and now just shake the shit out of it. Hey presto, there's your milk. That out of the way. Get your sugar. What the hell is that? It's a bloody... Oh. That's a knife, that's a spoon. And that works alright. The only thing with the powdered milk is it tastes like powdered milk. It's not, doesn't taste like it has that particular thing. If you regularly use powdered milk, well then you wouldn't. You just. I think with milk, I know with me and Nay, we go always with a particular brand. Nay's really finicky with milk. She bloody. I don't know. She just she likes a particular thing, and if it's a little bit slightly, she doesn't bloody like it or whatever. But yeah, that's doable. I've done that plenty of times. I'm happy to do that. That's not like those dehydrated, that taste. Like you go, oh, I can't do that. I can eat this, no problem. I'll just do another one for you. That's actually pretty bloody good. All right, get that out of the way. So obviously there's a bit of preparation just to get that organised, not much at all. And then there's just a little prep when doing it. But these up and goes, and this is what I now use. It's just too bloody simple because there's no weight saving between this and between doing that, because you've got to carry the weight of the water anyway, unless you've got a source of water somewhere. And this, remember, this is just for weekend stuff. So obviously this, now this is chocolate flavoured. I've tried the banana and I've tried the strawberry. I don't mind the strawberry. The banana's a little bit iffy for me. There's cheap brands of this. We've tried the cheap brands, but we don't like it. You can just like, it tastes like a cheap brand basically. Give it a shake. Pop that in there. And that's actually good, that's yummy. So that'll give you exactly what that thing's bloody giving you. You can then chuck that in the fire. Most probably, I'm not too sure, most probably it's a bit plasticky. You shouldn't really do it, but at the end of the day, guys, it's like, bloody hell, really? You can squash that down and stick it in your bag if you want to. So that's that one. Cool, so there you go. Here's another option. That makes a pretty good bloody breakfast, just in itself. It's already comes in its own bloody skin. That's why you can throw the bloody skin away. It's biodegradable, and for a weekend that's no problems whatsoever. That'll last the whole time. Doesn't matter how hot or cold it is. But what we're doing today is pancakes. So I'm going to get myself set up, and I've got a camera sitting up there, so you'll be looking directly down on the bloody frying pan while we're doing this. Cool. Okay, so pancakes. I've got myself all set up. So I've got a frying pan. I've got the pancake mix. So I said in that Tuesday night in the man cave thing, it's not the stuff that you get from the supermarket, but it kind of is. So I am using this. You can actually make up your own pancake mix. If I have pancakes, which I don't have that often these days, but when I do, I prefer to make it myself, because I've used this plenty of times because it's just so easy. But there is, between what I make and what this is, it's a better taste, I think. But for the ease of stuff, I just use this. All I do is shake that up, and obviously we're not taking this whole big bulky thing. Pretty much the same deal with the wheat bix. I just get one of these Ziploc bags, open this up. Oh. Pour some in there. I reckon that would do about 3 pancakes. I've got, that's a little jar, and it's just got maple syrup in it. That would then go in there. Same deal. Squeeze out the air. And depending on what you're doing or where you're going, I might even, sometimes I've double bagged it, just because these bags can get bloody holes in them. So just double bag it. But there, that's it. So when you're bloody wanting to do, now pancakes can be for breakfast, but it can also be for, you know, sweets after tea, or you can have them anytime really, I suppose. All you got to do is find your little jar, and then just pour the water in. Now the object is not to pour in too much, because if you put too much in, you can't put any. You won't have any more of the mixture to add to it. So I like to put less water. Basically, just shake this up. Just mix it all around, and you basically keep doing that until you get to the consistency. So I can feel already that can do with a little bit more water. Pour a bit more in. When you laugh if it busted and went everywhere. They're pretty good, the Ziploc bags. I reckon that's getting pretty close. And what we'll do is we'll take some of the air out of it. Just squash it all down. Basically what we're doing now is just any of those lumps that you get, if any of you guys have played around in the kitchen, yeah, if you don't stir it properly, you get those little pockets of the hard bits of powder. So a little bit more water again, but that's really important that you just do it bit by bit, otherwise you don't want it too runny. I reckon if I squeeze that stuff down, hopefully you can see that looks pretty good. Excellent. So that's it. That's the mixture ready to go. Now you can use oil. I'm using butter at the moment. Butter's okay if it's going to be really hot, like when we get into full-on summer. I wouldn't take the butter. I just take oil. So in a little bottle like that, now this says dish on it, that's dishwashing liquid. We do not use dishwashing liquid to cook with. But that's, yeah. So for now I'm going to use the butter. Doesn't matter either way, makes no bloody difference. A bit of butter in there. Get this thing cooking. Now a trick, I've buggered up before doing these pancakes and not getting that pan hot enough. I thought I was smart by not going too hot with it. If you don't get that pot really hot and going, when you pour that mixture in there, it'll actually really stick to the bottom of it. So the hotter the pan, the bloody better. Just for when you first put it in. So it's probably a bit too bloody hot. Light back up. And now we wait while it cooks. Try and move the fry pan around that flame, because these little mini things, they have a very, it's not a wide flame, obviously. Oh, looks like I'm buggering it, guys. That's alright, that's camp worthy, I reckon. Beautiful. I know, you guys are telling me I've got that flame too bloody hot. I'm trying to do everything really quickly. I reckon that looks pretty bloody good, guys. Turn that off. Stick that on there. So now we can basically just put your topping on. Now it obviously doesn't have to be maple syrup, it could be honey, it can be jam, it could be sugar and lemons. You know, all that stuff's no problems for keeping, or to take on a trip. So I would pour that on there and that will be just bloody yummy as it is. But I thought, well, I've got a banana, so why not, let's just get a little fancy, break open the banana, throw some banana on it, like that. Oh yeah, we use our fingers when we're out camping. And then just drizzle this on there. Check that out. We'll go knives and forks. Oh. That is just awesome. I mean, and it's just so easy. Takes bugger all time. Very little prep. At the end of this, God, that's good. At the end of this, the only cleanup is going to be the knife and fork and that pan. That will just get bloody thrown in the bottom of the shuttle bag, all cleaned up, all sealed up. That will just get a wipe out. What I normally do is I'll have paper towel with me, and I'll normally wipe that out first, and then I'll use my wash kit to wash it up. If you do the paper towel thing, it's the less amount of water and detergent and all that kind of stuff that you have to use. That is really bloody good, I tell you. So there you go, guys. That's a couple of extra little bloody things to do. The best thing I reckon to do is to do this. Don't to do this in the kitchen or at home. Give it a couple of bloody shots. Perfect how you do it. Everybody's cooking stuff, their stoves, what they're using. It all works a little bit different, and then how you do it. So, you know, practice a couple of times, and when you go out there, it just makes it so much easier. There'd be nothing worse than me going out with all this, never trying it before, and stuffing it up like I did with the pan not being hot enough, and it all got burnt to the sides. It'd be bloody demoralising. And that's the thing. People see camping and all that kind of stuff, and it's all very romantic, and oh, look at the scenery, and oh, it's all wonderful. But then when you get out there, a lot of people go, Jesus Christ, you know, this isn't what it bloody looked like. This is all hard work, and I'm bloody bent down all the time, and all that kind of stuff. So I think being prepared for things and that just makes that whole experience better. And the more you do the camping, well, I've found for myself, the more I do it, the more I bloody enjoy it. Just getting away from everything. There's just no distractions, and you're very focused in just you've got a small amount of things that you have to do. There's no bloody iPhones and TVs and bills and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Just really simplifies things. I'm babbling, I always babble. God, gotta stop babbling. Alright guys, that's it. Keep on riding.